Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Minnickbach, and this is my ACTE 699 Week 1 presentation. So a little bit about me to get started. I am currently a 3rd grade teacher in the Allentown School District, and this is my 3rd year with the district. I am working towards a Master's in Assessment Curriculum and Teaching with a concentration in STEM education, and this is my last course in the program, so I'm excited to have earned my Master's in December. And some hobbies and interests: I enjoy traveling and spending time with friends and family. This summer I enjoyed some time at the beach, swimming and jet skiing, and I have a 2-year-old border collie named Jasper, who I spend a lot of my time with. So about the content and the readings, for the first question about the 4 stages of the action research project, I identifying an area of focus as one of the stages where I feel like I might have the most difficulty, just because there are so many options for what you can conduct an action research project on, and that it can be difficult to narrow it down to one topic. The textbook from Mills gave the examples of the dynamics of the classroom, pondering the actions and interactions of students, validating and challenging existing practices, and taking risks in the process. And I also want this project to be meaningful for my learners and then myself as a teacher, and given that we don't start school until after Labor Day, I don't know my students yet, so I don't know what areas of focus are going to be most beneficial. For question 2, Mills discussed the need for teachers to make action research a part of daily teaching practices, and what obstacles do you see with this approach? And reading through the textbook, I resonated with the fact, and it stood out to me, that Mills gave the reminder that teachers use action research processes as daily practices in the classroom. And so I found that to be an important reminder. Conducting a formal going through the whole process of an action research project for the first time, I found that to be an important reminder. As far as obstacles with conducting this process, I felt that it might be difficult to get started with an action research project in the classroom, since Mills highlighted that there is an initial commitment of time and energy as one learns the process of an action research project. And given that, it's going to be the beginning of the year and we're all going to be going through routines and procedures, that's just something else that we need to roll out with our students. And it can be challenging to keep up with daily scheduling, the pacing guide, and maintaining a pacing guide, the pacing with my grade level team. So when I'm thinking about what I need to do for my action, or what I'm going to do for my action research project, I want to try to find something that aligns with my daily schedule already, or the content and curriculums that I'm teaching. And it can also be difficult reaching out to coworkers for help. I know that was one of the suggestions in the text, and sometimes it's difficult to ask for help, or you don't want to feel bothersome to your coworkers when you're asking for different ideas. And question 3, Variance represents 2 stories from the field where she shares action research conducted by classroom teachers. And the story that most resonated with me was from Rebecca at the Charlotte M. Markland School in Massachusetts. I first resonated with and related to the population of students that she was talking about. She was talking about elementary students, 3rd and 4th grade, which I teach 3rd grade. She talked about a lot of English language learners, and I have a high population of English language learners at my school and in my classroom specifically. And also my school district has a lot of poverty. I teach in a Title I school, so the demographic of students was something that I related to. And with special populations like that, it's important to be proactive with our instruction as teachers rather than reactive. And I think with students who are English language learners or maybe even special needs students, etc., a lot of decisions are made for them, and I think that this story highlighted giving students a lot of say and a lot of control in the classroom, and allowing the teacher to make instruction very meaningful for their students. And so I found this quote in Ferens on page 17 to be representative of that action research would provide us the opportunity to try different strategies and see which ones actually brought a significant change for our students. So they're looking at how the research that you're conducting and the findings from the action research project are going to best improve your classroom. And then the concerns that I have conducting an action research project in my class. In relation to Rebecca's research project, she relied heavily on parent involvement, which in relation to her ELLs, that she had them practicing at home and having the parents support their native language, and then they're learning English as well. And I think that's really important for students to be learning both their native language or home language as well as English at school. It's important for them to still have that cultural representation, and to be learning both languages at once is something really important for their future. It'll open a lot of doors for them as well. But my district doesn't have a lot of parent involvement, and so if I wanted to do something similar to Rebecca, I would be limited in that way. Her study also had a team approach with multiple teachers working together. For example, herself, the ELL teacher, and depending on my area of focus, I might also want my co-teachers, because I also have an ELL co-teacher, to support my students, being supportive of the initiative that I'm implementing into my classroom. And then also with conducting an action research project in COVID times and just the uncertainty of the upcoming school year, I'm worried about picking a topic that can be effectively integrated and measured regardless of our instructional format, whether that be hybrid, virtual. We're planning to start the year in person with all of our students. So just being able to adapt the project as I need to adapt our instruction with the mandates from our school district. And then here are my references, but overall I'm excited to dive deeper into the action research projects and continue learning more about them. Have a nice day.